Record to the cloud. Recording. Wheels go round. Hello. Good morning, all. So excited. Well, just seen another friend in a box. All my friends live in boxes now. I live in a box. Annie's here. Hi, Annie. Oh, Linda's here. Hi, Linda. Hi, Linda. Morning. Linda, when Linda gets on, Linda's going to love this class. Hi, Jessie. Good to have you back. Jessie, just to let you know, there is the police officer is one box along, so we have the trifecta: fire, police, nurse. We should rule the world. They should leave it up to us. We'd soon have it sorted. Oh, I don't know, Deb's iPhone XR. Nice. And another one in the room. Just gonna pop over here for a minute. Don't go anywhere. Stay right there. Don't go anywhere. Don't. Right, I'm back. Hello. Hello, everyone. Are we all in? Double checking. In. Everyone's, oh, I got a chat in the box. Who's in the box? Loving the springtime outfit. Why, thank you. Do you like it? Blind, yeah, look at that. Brush. Fluorescent bottom. And I'd like to support my new round belly. Don't think that. It's not that. Don't be daft. I can't reproduce. The world doesn't need another one. It really doesn't. Let's be honest. Yeah, there should only be one. I can't reproduce. It's not a good idea. Oh, there we go. There's one more in. Hi, Linda.
Hello.
Miss Linda Woodart.
Can I talk?
It's Linda Woodart. Today, Linda,
yeah,
we walk on the Tantien. You're going to love it. Right up Linda Street, Tantien. The Hara Center. Debs is in. Debs, you got a new iPhone. I think Deb's got a new iPhone. Mustn't scratch bum on camera. Linda, really poor video quality. Ah, good point, Linda. Hold on. I think I can fix that. Just going in for a fix. Hope I don't lose you.
No new iPhone, Hayes. Just a technical issue this morning.
Now, guys, if I lose you doing this, okay, you'll be able to see all the other boxes. I'll have to redo it, okay? So bear with me. This is risky business now. If you can hear me, I don't know if you can. Oh, I hope you're all still there. Interesting, scary moment. Have I done it? Is it possible? I reckon I might have. Have I pulled it off? Am I back? Yeah, am I back? Mm-hmm. I've done it. I pulled it off. Thanks, Linda. Reason being that I'll kick in a minute. I've just come off my Wi-Fi onto my 4G. I'm in an area of the worst, except for Alex. Alex has got the worst, but no fibre optic here. Really poor situation. Okay, can you all hear me? Thumbs up in the boxes. Yeah! Right, let's crack on. Exciting week. Chloe's here. Love. So, belly. Round, look at that. Oh, so what we're talking about today, okay, this week, this class is called Hacking the Hara. Yeah, we're going to work on our centres. We're going to get re-centred. Monday's class is the mellow, chilled one, everybody. Remember that. Monday we start really gently with our focus. We get the mind in gear. By Friday, it's all about the body. Monday, mind. Friday, fluffy duck it. Okay, that's the idea. And we work through it throughout the week. Mine is much better now. Excellent. Am I still frozen, Angela? Not. I'm back now. I'm back. Okay. I'll keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. So the idea. I'm going to sit down. Very excited about this class. Getting centered. Okay. So in today's class we're going to use a lot of mind work, a lot of sort of bring myself back to center. The Hara. You heard of Harikari in Japanese. It's where the life leaves the body if you were to commit sort of like warrior suicide. The Hara is the centre of us. It's 2 inches below navel, sometimes called the Dantian. It has different names in Japanese, in Hindu culture, but in some circles it's sort of like the place where the psychological, the spiritual and the physical get together. It's almost like the storehouse for your power and your energy. And when we can get this balanced and right through breath work and physical movement, we create stability, balance, and energy that is sustainable. And considering what we're all going through at the moment, I wanted to bring us some centeredness, some rooted calm. Like some of the fine Japanese masters, people couldn't lift them, they would be so rooted and centered. And I've been noticing through conversations, we've all been in this period of sort of lockdown or whatever, in our little boxes, that we're losing our centre a bit. We're getting bored, we're getting agitated, and as a firefighter, I know I'm getting really busy again. You know, people are setting fire to stuff and trying to jump off things, and sheds are going up, and it's all getting a bit chaotic out there. So I want to bring a centre. I want to work into the Hara. So our first little exercise for today, just to get us in the groove and the mood so you can kind of feel it. We're going to go lay on our tummies. I'd like you to make 2 loose fists so they sit about here, okay? And then we're going to go, and just listening to the instructions, I'll show you briefly. We're going to lay on those fists. Chin on the ground and make the fist go for a little walk. So just roll the wrist. I want us to sort of find that Hara Center. Lay down on your mat and take the fist a little walk. Chin will be down. You won't stay there too long because of the neck. But I want you to feel your center, your Hara, where your stability comes from. Give a little massage and it'll feel quite nice. It's a great wind reliever if you've been indulging at the weekend. But as you lay there, now if your Hara or your Dantian is already quite relaxed, yet stimulated, you may want to go for a little bit deeper. So clench the fists a little bit tighter and roll them in. You can do this, opposing if you've got any stomach issues, it's just to draw the hands side to side to gently rub into the tummy. I wanted to work into this Hara Center to create sort of a tone there. Inspired by a couple of people I know who are dealing with stomach issues at the moment. Okay, so this has been inspired by them bringing our centeredness back. Good. And then, don't have to look up at the camera, just listen up. Release the hands so they're by the side of the body. Draw the shoulders together. Thumbs facing in into Shavasana. Gently lift the head, gently lift the feet. Inhale. Exhale, chin in towards chest, forehead to mat. Drop the feet, drop the hands, drop the shoulders. Repeat. Inhale, gently elevate, sort of banana the body. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift. Now take an exhale there and feel your true center. Take an inhale. And then exhale there and feel the tonality of the abdominals. Good. Take the hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale into all fours. Little stretch back for the spine. And come back to the center. Come to a seated cross-leg position once more. So that's the feeling of your Hara, your center, your Dantian. Okay, because it's quite a theoretical class today. I want us to think about the breathing techniques we have. So let's get to our breath work. Oh, by the way, namaste, namaste. Can you tell I'm excited? New subject area, new thread of thought. Hara turned up in some energy balancing therapy I was doing. I did an online course the other, did feeding the old noggin. And it came up then for interesting Hara. And I like it from the martial arts world. I like when we blend the Japanese, the Chinese, and the ancient spiritual Hindu stuff. It all comes together, it all blends, it all overlaps. So this has been coming to me from lots of different directions. So it must be important. I don't judge this. So sit nice and tall in your cross-legged. This is going to need your concentration now. Concentration is known as samadhi in Sanskrit. Samadhi, by being concentrated, is the place you go just before you get enlightenment. Okay? So sit nice and tall. Find the cross-legged that suits you. Maybe there's a block or a cushion you want to put underneath your buttocks just to raise the hips. No need for lotus here, even for those that can do it. Nice and tall, sitting here. So we've got the 3 types of breath. Let's play with them. We've got thoracic breath, okay, which is breathing to the top part of you. So we know that in some yoga, in Ashtanga yoga, we concentrate the navel towards the spine and we lift it up, it flies upwards. We breathe only thoracically. That's why we sweat, and it's a very powerful yoga, a masculine style of yoga. So we'll feel that breath and do it together. So draw the navel in and slightly up, and we're just going to breathe to the top of the chest through the nose. Strong in, slow out. Strong in, slow out. Keep sitting tall, inhale, slow out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now just close your eyes and feel how that sort of draws quite a power energy into the body. It's strong but not sustainable. Okay, a little bit of heat. Okay, so that's our first breathing, is thoracic breathing. Then we've got diaphragm breathing. The diaphragm breathing is quite well known in yoga. We kind of recognise this. And it is a inhale into the belly. Let's place our hands there so we can feel it. Let the bellies round, people. Think of a good man here. Good. It's not because he's had a lot of curry. It's because he's very well centred. That's not a curry belly. Inhale, fill. Exhale, navel to spine. And this is the diaphragm breathing for this. Inhale. Exhale. The diaphragm moves up as we exhale. Inhale. Fill the belly. Exhale. Navel towards the spine. Diaphragm goes up. Inhale. Exhale. Now we know this is quite a calming breath. But what happens being Westerners, so continue with your belly breath while I waffle at you. You can close your eyes, please. We tend to draw in quite strong and make it quite muscular. So we create tension, not tone. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. I'll hold. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Belly is round. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now just flutter the eyes open. By the way, this is easier physical yoga, but this is the stronger, tougher yoga. This is your mind-body concentration, your samadhi. So when we think about a human being, every other mammal pretty much is on all fours, and their belly is protected by their spine, yeah, and it's quite rounded. So if you think of a dog, they always have this nice rounded belly, quite comfortable, don't they? Where because we are on 2 feet, we create this muscular tension to protect ourselves. Ever walked into a bar, yeah, or into a room full of people? You suck your tummy in, don't you? You go, hi. Hi. It doesn't last like that, but we create this tension in our stomach. We want all these abs, which creates tension, which pulls our spine out. So you want to avoid that. You want to think more like our good man here. But if we lose complete tension and have no tone, we get the rounding of the belly. So come up onto your knees and feel this with me. We'll get into some sun salutations yet, but you're getting the good shit now. This is the real deal. Onto your knees now, let that belly round. I want you to over-exaggerate it and press the belly out. And you're going to start feeling compression in your lumbar spine. And it's rather uncomfortable. Stick the tailbone out, sag into the body, lose all tone, all tension at the belly round. And that's the opposite of what we want, okay? So there's complete relaxation and there's tension. And because we've got a rib cage to protect all the other gubbins, so we end up pulling this in a lot of the time to self-protect, okay? And then obviously you've got all fashion and stuff like that, where a flat, lean belly is a sign of early youthfulness, okay? So come back to seated cross-legged. The last bit I'm going to talk about is the Hara breath. And this is what I'm learning about. This is the new excitement, okay? Linda, you're going to be on this group already, Linda. Hopefully I'm not teaching you to suck eggs. Yeah, but Linda does chi running. Got to get into it. You've got to give it a go. Any of you run out there, it's the only way to run. It is. Can't wait to do the course. So sit nice and tall. Place the hands on the belly. Now this is going to make you concentrate. Okay. So we're going to inhale, fill the belly. Then exhale. We'll draw the navel in towards the spine like we would normally do for our diaphragm or belly breath. Now, inhale, fill the belly. Don't let it sag. Keep tone. Exhale without taking the belly inward. Inhale strong. Exhale, leave the belly rounded and draw inwards. Inhale strong through nose. Exhale, leave the belly round, but still exhale and draw inwards. For some people, this happens straight away. And for some people, you can need to put one of those, what they use in the cuff for taking your blood pressure around your belly and bind it on to work it so you can read the speak. So I'm going to leave you to 5 more breaths to play with this idea of breathing into the belly. And as you exhale, the navel not going in, but keeping a tone, not a tension in the belly. Eyes closed for this. You're going to need absolute inner concentration, pure samadhi. You're going to completely connect your mind and your body to the language of breath. This is the inner yoga. To an outward physical state, this would look like beginner's yoga. This is advanced end. This is the stuff that makes all the difference. All the asanas are building you up to be able to practice these kind of things, the true connection. In my humble opinion, or that of the people that I'm copying, who knows? Good. Okay, let us go now onto our backs, have a little play with that idea. So release your blankets. We will be coming up and we are going to do core practice today. Yeah, being centered, we're going to work into our core. But I want us to work into our core without getting bad backs and being tender and sore from it. Debs, by the way, Debs, this is inspired for you, darling. Yeah. Des had an operation in that area recently, so I've been inspired by that. And Wendy Pearson, you'll be saying, Wendy, this is also for you, darling. You. So, if you ever had any trouble with your tummy, and Lisa, and for you as well. So come down onto your mat. Place the hands on the belly. And we'll go back to the breath. Breathing in around the belly, relax it. Exhale, keep everything relaxed, but don't pull in. Breath will be your own length. This makes it a bit more challenging. Tone, not tension. Good. Okay. Take the legs up towards the sky, if you please. Give a little raise of the legs. Keep the backs of the knees soft. You've not done any salutations yet. And grab the edges of your mat. We're going to fire up more of the yogic core now. So just lift the tailbone off the mat and place it back down. Lift the tailbone and place it back down. Lift again, little lift. And place it back down. Good. Keep the knees nice. So inhale, raise it to the sky. Other side. Inhale, raise it to the sky. We'll do both. Exhale, heels bend. Sorry, knees and heels bend. Inhale, raise it up to the sky. Keeping your lower spine flush to the mat. Okay, right leg. Pop it down. Raise it up. We're keeping subtle. Left leg. And bring it up. I want it to be feeling in 2 inches below the navel. Both legs together. Hover. Feel that feeling. Inhale, bring it up towards the sky. Release the hands. Palms face upwards, fingers relaxed. So now we don't have the support of the hands. Okay? Absolute concentration. But we're going to take the leg down on the inhale. Inhale, the leg's going to go down. Right leg. Exhale, bring it back up. Inhale, left. Exhale, bring it back up. Tone, not tension. I'll be saying that all week. Both legs. Bend the joints as much as you need to keep the lower spine flat on the mat, which is going to be very bent knees. And bring it up. Good. Okay, extend both feet towards the sky. Reach your fingers towards your toes so the arms are directly upwards, palms facing each other. Now we're going to use that sensation. Gently tone the belly. Exhale, lift the head, reach to the toes. Inhale, lower the head back down again. Breathe only through the nose. Strong exhale, please, through the nose. And inhale. Again. And in. So now I'm going to stop to fire up the belly. And inhale. One more. And inhale. Good. Take the heels back down to the earth. Stretch the arms behind you. Stretch the legs. Lengthen out the tummy muscles. Big stretch. Arch the spine off the mat. Juiciness. Lovely. Bring both knees back in towards the chest. Cross the ankles over and reach for the tootsies. Go for the big toes. Again, I've forgotten to show the top of my feet. Just felt them. Hobbit feet. We're going to raise the legs up and we're going to rock up. 1, 2, and 3. We're up to seated. Cross leg nice and easy. Hello. Inhale, the hands will come all the way up. Straight away, we're going to twist around to the right and make that come from that tone center we've been thinking about. Inhale, float the arms. Exhale, place them down on the knees. Sit nice and tall at the crown of the head. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, turn from your Hara Center, the tone. Inhale, float the hands on down. And again, inhale, hands up. Don't worry about turning the head. I want you to turn from that inch or 2 below the navel. Inhale, float hands. Exhale, drop them down. So if you notice, we look at it again, tone, not tension. Inhale. Gives it sustainability and groundedness. Exhale. Couldn't we do with a bit of grounding right now? Inhale. And drop the hands down. Okay, taking the palms upwards in your seated position. We're going to take some strong exhalations through the nose, shoulders down and back. This isn't Kapalabhati if you think we're going that direction, we're not. That's too vigorous for the start of the week. We're going to balance the breath. Inhale, round the belly, fill it. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, strong breath. Exhale, strong breath. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, take the hands to prayer and put the thumbs to the third eye. Why, you ask me? Yes, I heard you ask that, so I'm happy to answer. I want you to keep sitting upwards as we do this. When we normally do that kind of breathing, we crunch on down with each exhalation because we're creating tension, not, let me hear you say it, tone. You're going to really be fed up that way every week. Hands to prayer in front. And we're going to go strong breathing. So, inhale, connect to the third eye. Exhale. Keeping the third eye in place. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Close your eyes. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. Good stuff. Release the hands. Okay, so hopefully through these practices we're getting the idea of energizing and centering that 1 to 2 inches below the navel. We're going to go on to all fours. Okay, so let's just take a downward dog because it's just part of the course and it would be rude not to. Spread the fingers. First exhalation, downward dog. Press back. Pedal the heels. Root down through either foot. And knees come back down to earth. Good. We're going for that tension again. So, without pushing, I want you to spread the fingers super wide. Grip the fingers. Now, I do want to put some tension into the tummy at this point. Squeeze it in a little bit. And then soften back. Find that mid-ground. Back into downward dog, keeping this sensation in place. Exhale into our downward dog. Good. Breathe here. Let the tailbone go towards the sky. Hamstrings start to give a little bit more juice. And imagine that this is that rooting down feeling, that centered embodiment. Okay, let's say that in bloody English, yeah? Feeling strong without strain. Strong posture, good. Knees come back down to the mat. Lovely. Starting off steady and easy. Okay, shake off wrists. Spread fingers nice and wide. Keep the concentration going. Inhale, extend the right leg away. Just hold steady. Keep the toes pointing down. As this builds through the week, you can imagine what core things we're going to be doing. But I just want you to press the heel and exhale. Exhale, lift it. Inhale, soften. Toes pointing down, hips square. Hold steady, hold firm. Left arm's going to go long. Thumbs up, fingers together. And we'll pulse the 2. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, hands go down. Shake off the other wrist, other leg. Okay. Lefty leg goes back. Toes point down, check. So toes are pointing down, your hips are going to stay square. Good. Important that hips are square, we're not rolling out to the side. Root and press the fingers in, and we'll exhale, lift and press. Inhale, soften, but without rolling the hip. Because, continue, because we're exhaling as we're lifting, we're taking a natural rounding and exhaling at the same time, which creates our Hara tone. Okay, raising the right arm, grip left fingers, and we go together. Exhale, lift. Relax the jawline if you're puckering your lips, I bet you are. And place it back down to the mat. Good. Shake off the other wrist. Very nice. Before we go any further, turn the backs of the palms onto the mat and give our wrists a little release. If your wrists are aching already, just due to life and what it does to us, when we go into this downward dog, grip the edges of your mat, okay? And you can transfer over to that any time. Otherwise, spread the fingers. We're going to ease ourselves into downward dog and take a bit of a gentle vinyasa, and then we're going to work a bit more by Hara. So on your next exhale, downward dog, tailbone to the sky. Inhale, raise the right heel, toes pointing down. Exhale, both knees down to the mat. Inhale, arch spine, look forward, shoulders slide away. Point toes, little old child's pose, forehead to mat. Inhale, all fours, ripple forward. Exhale, downward dog. Good. Inhale, left heel rises. Exhale, both knees gently come down to the mat. Inhale, arch the spine, shoulders go back. Exhale, rock back, child's pose. Can you see this very gentle vinyasa? Inhale and falls, nose is forward. Exhale on the downward dog. Inhale, right heel, but right hip low. Exhale, glide both knees down to the mat, but don't let them touch. And press the leg back up to the sky. Controlled core work. Good. Now both knees go down. Look forward. Exhale, child's pose. Wrist relief. Wiggle fingers. Inhale and falls. Toe not tension. Toe not tension. Tuck the toes under. Downward dog. On your exhale. Left heel lifts up, but left hip stays low. Both knees groove down to the mat, look between the hands, let them caress the mat, and then press them back up to the sky. Good. Then all the way, back down to the mat, arch the spine, look forward, exhale, child's pose. Very, very nice. Okay, wrist relief and Hara massage. Come all the way up, sit upright, take your hands to two gentle fists. If you know you've got a very strong core, you can make two beaky hands and prod in there. But first in the morning on a Monday, you do that and have a cough, you might redecorate whatever's behind you, if you know what I mean. So let's not overstimulate the colon. So gentle fists. If doing this at a later date in the day, you fully cleared your bowels, you can go beaky hands, but let's not risk it. I'm wearing white, it's going to show. So soft hands, and then we're going to lean forward into them, and we've got quite a nice little way of massaging our guts. Marvellous if you are perimenopausal, very good. And gently inhale, come all the way back up, draw the shoulders back. Okay, moving back into our core. Reason for this is we're going to generally build up our power in our Tantien, our Chi, our Ki, our Prana, our life force. We want to do it on a Monday gentle way. So bear with me while we take it slow. It is going to ramp up. Back to all fours, super spread fingers. Tuck the toes under, exhale. Inhale, right heel back up to the sky as we practice. Hover the knees back down to the mat. Let them caress. Inhale, heel back up to the sky. Exhale, hover down. Let them caress. Little hesitation. Inhale, take the leg up to the sky. Okay. Exhale, bend the knee so the heel goes towards the buttock and stack the hips. Square the shoulders back out and tooting down into the left heel. And then all the way down to all fours. Little look forward, little child's pose. Good. Inhale back to the centre. Tuck the toes under, downward dog. Remember, grip the edges of the mat if the wrists are giving you any jippity jips. Inhale, left heel right up. Keeping the hips square. Exhale, we go for the hover, knees go down. Inhale, press through that heel. Exhale, knees go down. Inhale, leg goes up. Exhale, bend the knee, heel goes towards the buttocks. Get the heel as close to the buttocks as possible. Square the shoulders off. Big stretch down the whole of the right leg. I can see hairy toes again. And then knees down to the mat. Arch the spine for release. Exhale, roll back, child's pose, open and close the fists. Good. Inhale into all fours. Lower down to the mat, and as you do, take the chest quite far forward. Take the hands by the side, Shalabhasana. Inhale, lift, hold steady. Exhale, stillness. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, all fours, back to child's pose. This has had a bit of relief. Okay, we're going to go another level up. Your choice if you want to join in. Inhale, all fours. Okay, exhale, downward dog. Same as you've done before, downward dog. Inhale, right heel up to the sky. Good. Exhale, hover the knees down, but bring that right knee towards the chest. Inhale, up to the sky. Variation, a little bit softer, is just bring the knee in towards the chest and don't hover the other knee. Inhale, toe not tension, toe not tension. Think about the T's. Otherwise, we hover the knee and we draw it through. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, open out, square the shoulders, and this time, for good measure, draw the knee all the way through, plant it between the hands. We're going to come into Anjanasana as a bit of our wrist relief motion. Top of the foot, left foot onto the mat. Inhale, swoop the hands up above. Now either you can sit in this and completely splat and splay yourself and just drop your pelvis towards the floor and flop into it. But for today, I don't want that feeling. I want a little pressing into the front foot, a tucking of the tailbone under, gaze forward, and then thumbs point backwards, hitching a lift. I want a firming and a squeezing in. Breathe here. Now you can imagine later on in the week where we're going to go with the hell on this. You know later on in the week we're going to have a load of the old wallop and wallop business, aren't we? But no, it's a Monday, yeah? We don't have to change your knickers so early on in the day. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Good. Inhale into all fours. Straight on to the side. Exhale, down dog. Good. Inhale, left heel goes up towards the sky, hips stay square. Okay, we're going to bring the knee into the chest in the way that suits you. We squeeze on in, so you either go for the knee hover. Inhale. Our guide is that heel going up. We don't want to unsquare the hips. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now imagine doing this slightly. Take leg towards the sky, heel towards buttock, bend of the knee, open side body, and then welly around that leg so you can swing it around the outside. If you're a swinger, let it swing. If you've got the pampas grass outside the front of your house, regulars know what I'm talking about, pampas grass, we all know. Top of the foot, just in case you don't, it's often said that in areas you've got a big bunch of pampas grass outside your house, it means we're doing the old swapping. I don't know whether it's true, no one's truly admitted to it yet. Just saying, just came into my head. Inhale, take the hands up towards the sky. Tension, not tone. Pressing the front foot, rather than sag and slop it down. Press, tailbone under, lengthen the heart towards the sky, but then soften the lower ribs. Nikki O'Brien, have you got pampas outside the front of yours? I don't know. No pampas grass outside the front of your house, Nikki? No, Nikki does not do that. She doesn't partake in those things. She has got a lovely garden though. Lengthen up towards the sky, firm, strong feeling. Hands down to the mat. Slide the leg back. And then we go for a little elastical in child's pose with option of fists into the tummy. Just be aware not to go across the midline in this. There is a big vein going down from the heart. You don't want to compress that. That's to be avoided. So make sure the fists are at least an inch by the side of the navel. Don't go through the midline. That can cause a few complications. We don't want that. Inhale, come back to all fours. Okay. Taking a little bit further. Classic core plank. Check in with wrists. Okay. Check in with them. Now, if they're aching, work from the knees only to build up the wrist strength. Otherwise, exhale, downward dog. Tailbone towards the sky. Inhale, right heel floats up. Good. As we exhale, we're going to go into a classic core plank, knee through the centre line. Draw in, good old squeeze. Inhale, heel to the sky, hips square. Exhale, draw in. So we remember from the power yoga classes, this has a whole massive building sequence to go with it, but it's a Monday, so no faff. Turn up tension. Draw in. Last one. Up towards the sky, bend the knee, flop it on round. Swing the legs through. Plant it down, keep the back knee off the mat. We go up into full high lunge. Reach the hands up towards the sky. Let the blood pressure connect. Back in with the body. Good. So we can just sit into this, but I'd like you to press into the front foot, bend the back knee, and tilt the pelvis in. You can pop the hands on there to instigate that feeling. Lengthen up towards the sky. An excellent knee strengthener. Lengthen the arms back and then soften the lower ribs in. I'll often come around the class and tickle you there just to like to touch people up. But it is just to soften those lower ribs. I'm waffling, you're holding. Now go for that feeling of the Hara breath. Inhale. Exhale. But feel a centeredness in what you're doing. As if this part of you is rooting you right down to the central core of the earth. As if there was some fabulous crystal in the centre there we could just get our light from. Don't know where that came from. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Take the leg back. Have a little rest there. Child's pose. Ah, very nice. 2 more big long breaths in child's pose. Settle and soften. I've got to keep an eye on this because I'm very excited about this subject, so I'll keep you here for 3 hours, and I know that's not what you're here for. Inhale into all fours. Good. Check in with wrists. Make sure they're all okay. Double grip with fingertips. Okay. Option though, you can just grip the edges of the mat and work. This is a raise and a draw in. A raise and a draw in. Okay. Otherwise, exhale into downward dog. Inhale, heel goes up towards the sky, inner thighs cinder in towards one another. Exhale, draw into that core motion, squeeze. Inhale. And if you power monkeys, who are getting the benefit from the last section of classes, you can take a little mini chaturanga down a little bit, graze it. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Heel goes towards the sky. Open out the hips. Square shoulders. Welly wang legs through. We'll meet you there. How are you going to get there? Plant the foot down, and as you do, rise on up, but keep this centered feeling as you take the hands towards the sky, a little bend, the back knee quite subtle. Root down as the arms reach up. Keep the hips square, no tilting out to the side. Very sort of a warrior one, bit of a Vajrasana one feeling in this. Reach the arms back, soften lower ribs, and go for our Hara breath. Our centered. So you've got this feeling of root and strong and power without force or push. If the fingers are going dead, hands on the hips, or we'll all go down to the mat, step the leg back, and then back into child's pose. And let the dust settle. Let the snowflakes in your snow globe just calm down and land. Okay, we're going to inhale back onto all fours. Take the knees as wide as the mat. Unless you've got any knee issues, sling legs to the side and come to sit on the bottom. Cross the legs over. So, get to the centre of the mat. I suppose it's one of these classic rebranding core work. I don't like what core work does. It's been bastardised. Sorry, I like Pilates. I do. I think it's great. But that's unfortunately bastardised some of the energy aspects of yoga practice or Aikido or those kind of areas of breathing work. So with that in mind, yes, we're doing core work, but not to get abs, not to look good enough in bikini. You know what happens when you get that bikini body? Nothing much. Rhino doesn't suddenly turn up to stay alive. Just saying, okay? So, reach out. Often those bikini bodies, yeah, spend all that time getting teased hands and tits. We're very happy. Interlink the fingers, point fingers towards the sky. Arch the spine, round the belly. From this, we're activating. Exhale, feel into that centered core feeling. You might even feel a lift of your pelvic floor naturally. Bonus maneuver. Inhale, feel the belly. Exhale, keep the belly relaxed. You might feel a subtle uplift. Point the fingers towards the toes. Good. Arch the spine. Exhale. Inhale, stay where you are. Exhale, move back a micron or two. Inhale. Stay here, draw the shoulders back, and focus on tone, not tension. So it's sustainable. We're in a place where if this isn't sustainable, ease back up a little, relax and focus on that breath. That's why that Buddha sits there laughing. He's so centered, so rooted, nothing bothers him anymore. He just laughs at it all. Inhale, point the fingers up towards the sky, little bend of the knees, lift the heart up. Good. Roll on back, find your tone. You know if you've gone too far because the tongue will shoot to the roof of the mouth and your jaw will start tensing up. Turn the fingers and point them to the right. Ease back a little there. Notice how it feels. Inhale, raise up to the sky, arch your spine, bend the knees, relax the spine. Just for good measure, so we know it's balanced out. Come all the way back, press the fingers, and then put the other thumb on top and rearrange the fingers to funky donkey side. Fingers point. We arch back. Find the feeling. You know, instinctively, you know, if you've gone too far and the ego's decided to get a little bit involved with this game on the yoga mat, point the fingers to the side and then feel that tension and tone in your abdominals, in your wall, without causing any stress and strain to the lower back. And smooth out the edges of your breath. Another yogic statement, calm the breath. Make it sound sweet and soft. Yes, I'm waffling, you're still here, yes. Inhale, reach it up to the sky. Good. And then it's all the way down to the mat. Nice and steady and slow. And I want you to land like a feather in an airless room, down to the mat, and let the head rest on the mat. Take the feet a little wide. Place the hands onto the belly. Now, here's the good news. This is the easiest place I find, hope you do too, to connect with the Hara breath. This very centered, rooted, calming, masterful. Not like the Zen masters have, that kind of feeling. So inhale. As you exhale, keep the stomach relaxed, but feel the tone into the lowest part, 2 inches below the navel. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Last thing on our list today is to do exactly the opposite of what I've been talking about. So I want you to feel abdominal tension, and then we're going to relax it into abdominal tone. So I want you to feel the comparative difference, okay? Interlink the fingers behind the back of the head. Just draw the chin in towards the chest with a little bit of stretch and feel the abdominal muscle get strong and toned up there. Good. Now, lower the head back down. Right. Arms go wide. This is the classic core exercise, all going wrong. And then we're going to do it with our new breathing technique. So bend the knees. You know this one. Right, this is where we do crunches. Even the fudging name says you shouldn't be doing these. No part of my body ever wants to be crunched. Crunched or grinded, that's not what we want. But just for the sake of this experiment, play along with me Okay, I'd like you to take left elbow to right and then extend the other leg, yeah? And then we do this one, don't we? Now, feel what's going on as you do this. You can speed it up, you can slow it down, you can grind your teeth together, you can feel the back of your neck, you can feel your tummy muscles getting achy and unhappy with you, and eventually, yeah, your lower back starts to ache. Okay, bring these in towards the chest. Experiment complete. Feel the sensations and how it feels on the body. That's tension, not tone. Okay, now we're going to do it with our new Hara style. Bring the legs up. Knees are at a place just forward of the hips. Just forward, yeah? Not in line, just forward. Head relaxes on the mat. Good. Interlink the fingers up above with the first finger pointed, just like we did in seated. Arch your spine on the mat. We're going to take the fingers to the right side. We're going to inhale, which you do, lift the head off the mat. And then lower back down on the exhale. Same side. Inhale. Exhale. Lower back is safe to get me drift. Inhale. Stay there. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Intensity bunnies, bring shins parallel to earth. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to centre. Inhale, hands to the sky, bring the knees in. Give a little squeeze. Let's go to the other side. So, legs in position first. All I need to get the right position is that the lumbar spine is flat or flush to the mat. Okay? Interlink fingers, put the other thumb on top because we like to be a little bit perfection. First finger connected. Good. And take the fingers to the side. I'm going to inhale on the way up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, relax back down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, hold, steady, hold, fire. Exhale. Inhale for tone. Exhale for tone. Tone's not a person, I'm not about toning. Inhale. What tone? Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take it back down to the mat. Okay. Knees in towards the chest. Last and final piece of manoeuvring. Take the arms out into a T shape or a cactus shape. Whichever feels good for the neck. I'd like your shoulder blades full suckered onto the mat. We're going to go to the same tension and tone and a little old twisty McTwist to finish us off. Thank you and nice. Welcome to this week's class. Too exciting. Inhale, take the knees over to the right. Let them hover. Exhale, bring them back to centre. Inhale to the left. Exhale, bring them back to centre. I want you to be going super duper slow. Inhale to the right. Exhale back to centre. Let's slow it down even more. Inhale. Exhale. Keep the fingers relaxed. Inhale. Exhale. Last couple. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the knees fully in towards the chest. Bring the forehead towards the knees for a little bit of neck release. And then soles of the feet to the mat, head to the mat. Extend the legs long, arms long. Full stretch and lengthen like a cat getting up off a warm windowsill. Oh, nice. And then placing the heels towards the corners of your mat. If you've got blankets available, if you need your blankie, your cushions, your dummy, your eye pillow, whatever it is you've got, collect. Oh God, I'm sorry, I've gone a bit over time, everybody. I can't help it. It's a new groove. It's exciting. Being guided by something. So it looks like it's going to be one of those days where I'm going to have to leave you in Shavasana because I've taken too much of the time up. But I'm not going to have you Shavasana. Hell no, not on a Monday, people. Certain rules is rules. Good. So now you're laying down on your mat. Place the hands onto the belly. Relax into the space. Yoga statement. Just relax. Let the muscles melt around the bones. Let your physical being, your mind being, your spiritual being, your head, your heart, and your Hara. Just begin to melt within you, to be expansive. Take your focus, your concentration, your samadhi onto your exhale. And just ask your exhale to lengthen a little more for you. Invite the inhale to be filling and the exhale to be centering. Inhaling and exhaling. Today, by connecting our thought, our concentration on our physical movement, we've done it with kindness to the body, with our heart, the yogic center, and our centeredness, our groundedness, with our Hara. And with this practice, our aim is to create more energy in the battery of our body. Not to take it away, but just to create that energy, to recharge our batteries. Maybe as you lay here, you can tune in to a feeling of a stable, energized body. Being present, grounded. And I ask that you take 5 more breaths. And bring your focus down to an inch or so below the navel. Imagine or just listen to the words that there's a root coming at the back of your spine and growing into the earth, a fresh new root. And this root can break through all the layers of concrete, of rock, through the layers with absolute ease, reaching towards the centre of the earth, connecting you in with deep stabilisation, earthing you completely from the very centre of you, all the way into the earth, till this root reaches the very, very centre. And at the very core, centre of our earth, you find an energy or a light source or a vibrancy just there. And it's time just to juice on up. Plugged in to the mainframe, the charge at the centre of you, re-energising your battery life for the whole of this week. So whatever comes along, you remain stable, grounded, and rooted. And with this, I leave you to rest as long as you need to. But please, just take 5 more breaths, because whatever's waiting for you after this can wait 5 more breaths. I give you a little kiss on the forehead and wish you all the best week ever. Namaste all.